She ain't got no money in the bank.
What is going on, guys? Jack here, and I'm back with episode 4 of West Ham Weekly, the podcast. And obviously, all the excitement and drama is still continuing despite the season being over. The managerial campaign continues for us, and we are nowhere near closer than we was last week to finding a new manager. Just pure speculation. But before we get into the managerial news, we'll look at the other news that's happened in and around West Ham this week that you may have missed. So, coming from West Ham Central, first things first, Gaffer and Andy Carroll hand West Ham a major boost in the Europa League as they are going to be fit for the first round, which is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see how they do, and we've definitely missed Gaffer and Andy Carroll. I think they are both two very different players, and they bring such a different level to the side, so I'm very happy about that. West Ham Transfers also says West Ham still want Carl Jenkinson despite Arsenal saying they're not going to sell. Now, I'm happy with this one also. Carl Jenkinson's a great player, and it shows great ambition from the club to try and get him in. I think Arsenal did say he's available for another season-long loan. So why not try and get him on another loan deal and see how that second season does go. Also, I heard that Arsenal will maybe send him out on loan because after next season they probably will look to sell Debussy if he has another injury-hit season. So it all depends on next season if Carl Jenkinson could become a West Ham player. Moving on to West Ham news, Valencia was claimed to be quoted saying himself actually that he would be interested in a summer move to Chelsea. Now, Valencia has since come out and said that it isn't true. That is a fake Facebook account that says that, and they link its actual Facebook account. That did enrage a lot of fans, and it did get people talking that Enner Valencia is not as good as many people made him out to be. He's got potential, but this season has not been the best for him, and West Ham News did outline that. Moving on to news, also said that West Ham are in the race to sign free agent Mickey Richards. Obviously, the former Manchester City man did spend last season on loan at Fiorentina, and he had, not the worst of spells. It was lackluster to say the least. But I think he's a good backup player, and we need players, and we need that depth in European football. He can play centre back and right back, and I'll be open to see him come to Upton Park. But obviously, we will be facing competition from West Brom to bring him here, so that'd be interesting to see what actually happens on that front. West Ham and David Gold did confirm our first summer signing of the season, and that was Darren Randolph, should I say, from Birmingham City. The goalkeeper did arrive on a free, and I think it's a good bit of business from the club, coming in, and that probably did signal, obviously, we did need him because UC Askelainen was released, and also Rafael Spiegel did sign the new deal, but he's still going to be an under-21 developmental player, even though he's not even under-21 anymore. Central did also say West Ham are close to signing Genk and Senegal man Kara Mboji for £3 or £4 million. I do believe we was close to signing him in the January transfer window also. I believe that's a name that does ring in my head that I can remember. We've had quite a lot of success from Senegal players. Obviously, the likes of Chiku Kayute, the likes of Diafra Sakho. Demba Ba is Senegalese, isn't he? So, I'm happy with the deals. I very am. West Ham are looking like that they love getting themselves a Senegal player into the side, but I'm happy with that. News also, West Ham News says that club want to make 2 marquee signings, preferably under 27, is what David Sullivan is looking at. So I'm very happy with that. Under 27 shows that the club are not going to buy old players that are only going to play in the team for 2 years. I want to see West Ham as a project. I want to see us grow together. I want to see a team that can stick together for at least 3 seasons, and that would be at 11. I want West Ham to be a project, and I'm very excited for the future. I really am. Neil McDonald has been named as Blackpool manager, and that means that all of Sam Allardyce's backroom staff has left, and actually, in fact, all of them have become managers. You've got Neil McDonald has obviously been named as the Blackpool manager, Ian Hendon of Leyton Orient, and Teddy Sheringham of Stevenage. I wish them all the best of luck in their managerial campaigns, and hopefully they do have a successful ones. West Ham also come from news. West Ham have made contact with Gignac. Obviously, Andre Pierre Gignac of Marseille. The player is a free agent at the end of the month. And also, if Marcelo Bielsa does come to the club, he could well be confirmed, all but confirmed, to be coming to West Ham. I believe we do face competition from West Brom also on Gignac. On to more news, we do have that Aaron Cresswell won the Premier League signing of the season from Zoo. So congratulations from Aaron Cresswell. That also did come from transfers. So very good. Congratulations to him. He did deserve it. Sign of the season, should I say, not actual player of the season. And London player of the season also did go to Cresswell from London 24 Sports. So very good congratulations to him. He deserved it. I believe he did come close between him and Harry Kane. West Ham, this comes from news. West Ham have offered Andre Ayew a bigger deal than AS Roma in an attempt to fend off competition. Andre Ayew, I'd be very open to seeing him join the club. He's a great talent. He's still very young. I believe he's about 24 years of age. And I'll be definitely open to seeing him come to the club. He's an attacking winger, and he's definitely got a dead ball specialist about him. You know, he's very skillful on the ball. I haven't seen him play that much, only in probably like European competitions. You know, I don't follow French football religiously. I only watch it when Champions League football is on. But every time I've seen him play, he's looked decent. The Hammers have also talked to Gwen Camp over Claudio Bavou, valued at about 5 to 7 million, who scored 27 goals in 27 appearances this season. Again, sounds like a very decent player, but when you look at the player, he can play on the wing and up front. So I've said this before, he looks like an Enner Valencia type of player. So, you know, we have to see how that goes. Enner Valencia, he's pacey, he can get goals. He's proven that in the French league, but obviously, can he do it in the Barclays Premier League, and can he do it in Europe? If he joins, we'll have to wait and see. Also coming from news that we are keen on signing Lille centre-back Kajur. I believe he's the Danish centre-back from Lille, obviously, valued at 8 million. Again, European experience. I saw him in games against Everton and Wolfsburg in the Europa League last season. He looked like a very solid player, and Lille are known for having a solid defence. So that's very interesting to see, and I'd be happy to see him come. Also coming from news is Pedro Obiang's future will be resolved by next week. Either going to West Ham or Tottenham is looking like he could be going to. Hopefully he comes to West Ham. We was interested in him first. I'll be happy to see Pedro Obiang join. I really do rate him. He looks like a very solid centre defensive midfielder, and he looks like he has everything down to a T. This season, reports saying that he's come on leaps and bounds at Sampdoria. His passing has been incredible. His physical ability is just immense, and he can put in a tackle. Only thing that I've heard is bad about him is his shooting, but do you really do that for a centre defensive midfielder? I don't know. Now, moving on to the manager hunt. In the picture so far, at the start of the week, was Marcelo Bielsa, Frank de Boer, Unai Emery of Sevilla, and Slaven Bilic. Come from Sky Sports News saying that we was in contact with all of these managers in talks, for potential talks over the managerial role. As of reports concerning West Ham have been very tight-lipped on the whole process. We don't know what has happened, but we can just assume from reports that we've been getting from various sources. All the big West Ham accounts have been getting from their sources and reporting to us. So I'm going to get some of them out now. And the first name that was ruled out right at the start of the week was Frank de Boer, coming from West Ham transfers. He's set to stay at Ajax, but the Hammers are still keen on bringing Emery into the club. And that was later confirmed by the manager's agent, or I believe the club, that he would not be talking to West Ham United and he will be staying for at least another season at Ajax. So he's been ruled out of the job so far at the moment. So Frank de Boer is not coming to West Ham United. On to Marcelo Bielsa. He looks set to stay at Marseille. This is from reports that I've gathered. He looks set to stay at Marseille, but there is still rumoured strain between the relationship with the owners. So he's still kind of in the picture. He hasn't said that he's staying at Marseille, but then again, he hasn't said anything about leaving Marseille. There has not been any confirmed reports. Obviously, there was that time last week where it was, you know, confirmed that he could be coming to West Ham, but we actually did get trolled by the Marseille fans there. But Marcelo Bielsa, I'll be very open for him to come to the club. But apparently he did submit a transfer wish list to the owners. So if that does get accepted, it looks all but set that he could be staying at Marseille. And again, another manager ruled out. The next candidate is Slaven Bilic, who did leave Besiktas. Actually, as I'm recording today on the Thursday, he got a hero's farewell, and the Besiktas fans were very, very fond of Slaven Bilic. He's my favourite to get the job, in my opinion. I think everyone ruling out, I think we're going to end up with Slaven Bilic, which I don't mind at all. He's definitely a massive upgrade from Sam Allardyce. But obviously, when we've been linked with the likes of Rafa, the likes of Klopp, the likes of Ancelotti, which was never going to happen. Maybe Rafa maybe could have happened, but you know, when Real Madrid come knocking, you're never going to turn them down. But I'll be happy with Bilic. I think he's a good manager. He wants to manage West Ham. I believe he's come out and said that. And he is most bookies' favourites to take charge of the Hammers, firmly in the title picture still. But now we move on to the curious case of Unai Emery. He's won 2 back-to-back Europa Leagues with Sevilla. And at the start of the week, he was expected to fly into Italy and into London to speak with Napoli and West Ham, and even have talks with Sevilla about his future at the club. Central did come out and say that Napoli president was reportedly going to fly out to Spain before he come to Italy to try and convince Emery to go with Napoli and not join West Ham or continue with Sevilla. Transfers then also said Emery then cancelled meetings with Sevilla so he can fly to London to talk to West Ham, and that was come from various reports in Spain that Transfers got that from. News then come out and said Emery to hold talks with the club. The Hammers were offering more money than Napoli, and plus a big bonus if he did get us into the Champions League in a 4-year deal, I believe we offered him. West Ham will allow him to bring 2 trusted coaches with him, and was set to give an answer to Sevilla, Napoli and West Ham about his future in the next coming days. That was only a couple of days ago. So again, it's a merry-go-round. It's just going round and round and round. Sky sources also did come out and say that West Ham were to hold talks with Unai Emery about the vacant manager's job, to obviously take on from Sam Allardyce. So if West Ham, if sources are coming out of it too, Sky sources, you must know there must be at least a little bit of substance to this rumour. There must be. It has to be. News did come out and said Napoli offered 3.5 million for Emery to come for 3 years, while West Ham offered 4 million for 4 years. Again, a better deal for him. Then Central come out and said Sincha Mihailovic. I don't know how to say that name. I probably just butchered it. But he did come out and said he's the new favourite for the Napoli job over Emery, which is good news for us. It would seem that maybe he might have accepted us. But then reports come out of Spain from West Ham news. Was Napoli, not Napoli, reports say that Emery is staying at Sevilla. This comes from the leading Spanish reporters in Marca, or Marca, however you want to call it, which was quite a gutting. And the news said that the club went to hold talks with Emery yesterday, but he stayed in Spain. Board have scheduled interviews over the weekend to try and find out if they can get a new manager. A new manager is expected to be announced next week, along with our new kit, I'm hoping. So, the question is, after all this, who do I feel West Ham will end up with by next week? Realistically, I would say Slaven Bilic. And again, I would not turn my nose up to Slaven Bilic. He's a great manager. He's unproven, but I think it could pay off. I don't think it's a gamble to bring Bilic in. I think it will pay off. I think we've got a good enough squad. He's an attacking manager, and it's what we're crying out for. But don't expect the change to happen overnight. I believe when a new manager does come in, it will have to. You need to give him time, and I believe most people will. Realistically, I said Slaven Bilic, but being ambitious, everyone's choice would either be Emery or Biesler. Emery, my first choice. I'd say Bilic would be my second choice, in all honesty, and Biesler would probably be on level with Slaven Bilic. I like Bilic, I really do. I wouldn't turn my nose up to him, but Unai Emery, I'd like to see him come to the club, but it's looking like as the day does go on. This has been recorded as of Thursday, guys, and obviously the video will be coming out on the Friday. So a lot could happen between now and when the video comes out. Just bear that in mind. That is going to bring an end to the video. Let me know down below in the comment section if you want Slaven Bilic, Marcelo Bielsa, or Unai Emery at the club, or any other managerial candidates you want to see at the club next season. Comment in the comment section down below. I'll definitely feature them in the next episode. As always, this is going to bring an end to West Ham Weekly. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure to smash that like button to see another one next week, so I know you are enjoying the series. Also, if you are new around here, then why not hit that subscribe button too, guys? It is free, and you'll never miss a video of mine ever again. As always, I hope you have a really nice day. Come on, you Irons. Catch you in the next one.